Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little sunflowers. How are you on this Sunday afternoon? What time is it, baby crone?
It is 2:41.
We would have been here by 12, but you know how that goes.
As you see, it's a cloudy day, so
Yeah.
the sun is not blinding us today.
Yes, and I hope this is not too bright.
No.
Well, anyway, with that being said, I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you ready for, what do I call it, Monday?
Back to Life Monday.
Back to Life Monday, and
Baby Crone sure will be. I had a very restful Thanksgiving week.
You did indeed, and we had a wonderful, wonderful outing, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So with that being said, you know, I'd like to cook and do a little thing, so we had fun, right?
Yes, we did.
All right, with that being said, let's get to it. You know what time it is. What time is it? Kardashians. I know I'm
came
late.
on
Hold on,
Thanksgiving.
for 1 second. I know we're a little late, but because of the holidays, we figured we'll give you Friday and Thursday off. So,
Yes.
and then Sunday, I don't know, Saturday. We thought Saturday we got mixed combobulated. So,
Got
baby,
lost.
Crone, go ahead.
I was just saying that, funnily enough, the Kardashians also was on Thanksgiving when we watched it.
Absolutely,
So-
and we're wearing mourning colors, black,
Yes.
because it was that boring.
Yes, it was.
Literally, I had to look at it 3 times. Literally.
Me 4 times, but that's because I fell asleep.
Just because I kept falling asleep, that's how boring it was. However, my highlight of the show was North.
Yes, that was honestly
My
the highlight.
of it, let me just go briefly to what my highlight was. It's, to me, is that Kimberly is training her to be, in my opinion, a designer critic.
Yes.
Somebody into high fashion. Somebody, okay, now this little girl is young.
Yes, she's
Okay.
10 at the time.
She's young. She's 10 or 11 because she just had a birthday, I believe.
Oh, yes, she's 11 now.
Because the other little girl, I think, is 13 or 12.
I'm not sure, but
Her niece.
but I did hear North was 10, and this was before the Met Gala, I believe, was in May, so this was before her birthday.
So she probably was 10 when she did that, but I
this.
think she's...
She's 11 now.
Okay.
Yes.
My point is, whatever her age is, it doesn't matter. She's a child. And it seems to me, now this is my opinion, don't get offended. She doesn't even look like she doesn't have the look.
She doesn't.
Whatever Kim is training her for, she doesn't have it. She seems more like a tomboyish kind of girl to me.
She seems much like her dad.
I don't know about that because I don't know that. That's you, baby Crone. I don't know. Wait till your turn because I don't agree because I just feel as though she probably looked like what Kim used to look like when she was younger. Okay? Now, I don't know. I'm just saying she just doesn't look it. She doesn't look it. And Kimberly is saying she doesn't want her daughter to lie and she wants her daughter to tell the truth, but yet you tell her that she's not telling the truth. How do you be honest with people?
Yeah, she says sugarcoat the truth.
Why don't you just ask them, look, I could tell you the truth, I'll tell you a lie.
Right.
That's what I do.
My truth might hurt your feelings.
My truth might hurt your feelings, but you're telling her to soften a blow. In other words, don't tell them the truth.
Yes.
Because you're sensitive. But in my opinion, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You're better off. You get better respected.
Yes.
If anything, people will say she'll be honest.
Yes, little white
They
lies
may go,
everywhere.
I don't know, but she'll be honest.
Yes.
Teach her to be honest. You could tell her, you can't tell her, don't be hard. Life will teach her that.
Yes.
Life will teach her. And what you're doing, you're really teaching her how to lie about her feelings.
And then you're putting her on blast by putting her roasting people's outfits at the Met Gala.
To just show us how obnoxious you think she is. I don't think so. I think that it's wrong for you to muffle her. I think that life will teach her. She will learn what's right and wrong. She will learn. She will learn.
Yes, she will.
You don't have to worry about that. But I definitely, just say, if she hurt your feelings, Kim, you're making her sensitive like you. She's tough. So, why are you doing this? I feel as though you're muffling and stifling her. I don't like it. And I think you're raising her to be a critic. She may like it, but I just believe that when she's about 16 years old, she's not going to want that life.
Yes.
No matter how much you're forcing it on her and how much she appears to be, and no matter how much you glamorize her as a fashion plate, she doesn't have it. No. At least not yet. Mm-mm. That's my opinion. She doesn't have the look. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. She doesn't make me want to. She only makes me want to buy something when she's dressed like punk rockish.
Yes, and that's true. She can rock that
or
look.
Gothic or something like that. She can wear that.
Yes.
But other than that, no. Yes. And I'm being honest.
And I do find it interesting because with North, we had North saying that with Kim Kardashian, how her dress looked like the pearls looked fake. And then she said that the dress looked like it was from the dollar store.
Well, Kimberly's daughter says the most meanest things to her because she can. Oh. And Kimberly always let her know it hurts her feelings. No, Kim, what it is that you don't want to hear the truth. You just want to hear compliments all the time. You don't want anybody to say anything negative. But you speak negative all the time, like you did your sister. You can go from there.
Oh, yes. She lied to Kendall about how...
And Penelope was there.
Yes, Penelope was there too. That was and Scott Disckic. Scott Disckic was really there to be a babysitter, honestly.
Yeah, I thought he was there to be a babysitter for his daughter.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Penelope and North, I see her hanging out a lot more often. But anyway, back to this. Kendall was asking Kim, do you like my outfit? And Kim was like, yes, I love your outfit. It's good. I love it. It looks nice on you. And then she tells North, no, I don't like Kendall's look. So then when Kendall goes to ask the girls, well, who was your favorite outfit tonight? They said hers, but my mom didn't like your outfit. And Kendall was hurt. She was just like, well, that's okay. At least they liked my outfit.
But that's what you want to teach your daughter, not to be honest. Mm-hmm. And then get on her about it.
Yes.
If you don't want her to say anything, stop saying things around her.
Yes.
Kim, you're trying to make your 11-year-old your best friend.
That is exactly what she's
doing. You are a 43-year-old woman. What do you have in common with an 11-year-old?
I have no idea.
You're giving her life. It's too much, honestly. You're not even allowing her to be a kid. These are the things that you wanted when you was a child.
Exactly.
When you was a child, this is what you want, but those days are done. People not living like that anymore, Kimberly. Mm-hmm. It's over. She's not going to even want it because Hollywood, the way I see it, unless it gets a major overall, Hollywood as I know it, old Hollywood has died. And they done put a tombstone over it.
Yes.
Because all of this fashion, all of this y'all bring into it, especially you, it is just played. It's not glamorous. It's not old Hollywood.
Yes.
It's not. Old Hollywood is gone. And I don't know what it's going to look like, 15 years from now or 20 years from now. And that is going to be your daughter. Mm-hmm. 10 years from now. 15 years. That's going to be your daughter.
Okay.
24, 25 years old.
Yes.
Go ahead, baby.
Now, I did find it interesting that Kim Kardashian happened to, when talking about the Met Gala, said that she wanted to show North and Pete how the Met Gala is done. And I'm just like, what is she doing me mentioning Pete Davidson? And then not only did she mention Pete Davidson, North saw what Pete wore to the Met Gala. It was just like, Pete, you're going to the Met, not the gas station.
She got that from her mother. That just shows you how much her mother talk about people behind their back. Mm-hmm. And you wonder why your daughter is like that.
I wonder how Penelope feels hearing.
Penelope is just the same.
Two sassy little girls. No wonder they hang out together.
Penelope going around talking about she don't like Kris. What's his name?
Yes, Tristan.
What is this? You're a little kid. What did he do to you? They exposed their children to too much of gossip.
That is true, which is a very good segue to Tristan.
Go ahead.
Because Kourtney we finished up the little tail end of Kourtney talking to Tristan. And she sees that Tristan is attempting to want to make a change. But she was just like, your actions are going to have to line up with your words in order for me to believe you. But really, her sentiment is that the Kardashians make it easy, she said, for the men to cheat and then come back to the family, because the Kardashians like to keep a facade up during the holidays and have their basically significant others over for the children. And that just shows the children that, yes, your daddy can hurt me and I still go back to him and it's okay. And Kourtney is saying that she wants to show a different image for her daughter. So that's probably the conversation she's having with Penelope. But that's pretty much the conversation.
May I?
Yes, you can continue.
Okay. The issue that I have is that Kourtney was with Scott, 10, 15 years? They've been through the roller coaster ride, backwards and forward. They've been through HE double hockey sticks.
Yes.
And you're going to sit up and had 3 kids by him.
That is very true.
And you're going to sit up there and you're going to lecture somebody about the ins and outs of, maybe I'm missing it.
No, that is very true.
Who are you to judge? Who are you when you and Scott went through pure D HE double hockey sticks?
Yes.
And now you're going to sit back because you're married and at the time pregnant and you're going to turn, maybe I'm missing it. You're going to turn your nose up when you lived it?
Yeah, you're right.
Now you evolved. So you have no mercy, and who are you to tell someone we'll see?
Yes, and you have to
This is between Kourtney, this is between Khloe and Tristan.
Yes.
All the rest of you sees your way out of it.
Honestly.
Who cares? Y'all don't live together. Y'all do things together. That's her life. And for you to be so harsh, whether I like Christian or not like Christian, it's irrelevant.
I don't know why.
My point is, who are you? And this is Khloe's decision to make. And you're not Khloe's mom. And we'll see what. Baby, you still a newlywed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You still a newlywed.
She's feeling herself right now.
Who are you? And I like her. But you know what? I felt a little ticked by that.
I do find it interesting that Kourtney wants to label Tristan as a sociopath or as a narcissist and call him all these different names, which is going off of how she's just being judgmental and maybe how she's using the fact that she's going to therapy to try to one-up Tristan and basically, I feel like she's messing with his mind in a way and trying to give him a label and make him rethink about his action.
So about Khloe doing that, about Kourtney doing it, I had an issue with it because it was like you was talking to him like he was a child. You was talking to him like he did it to you. And I understand it. Whatever happened to my sister happened to me. And my Khloe is 39 years old. She's nobody's baby. She's a grown woman with 2 kids of her own. And this is ridiculous. And frankly, I thought it was boring. Now, baby Crone, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, because that was pretty much all it was about. It was just protecting poor Khloe.
Khloe is a grown 39-year-old woman with 2 kids who has no problem speaking up for herself as she interviewed her aunt on her father's side.
She did. Which also was a boring segment.
I didn't want to say it. Thank you, baby Crone.
You're welcome. I mean, it's good for the books. I understand the sentiment of wanting to ask the question so that way you know the family history and you can pass it down.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm not a Kardashian, so the family history doesn't, quite frankly, excite me. Sorry, Cece. But you were very dramatic, though. I love your enthusiasm.
Very dramatic, very, very
Animated,
very,
that's what it is.
Very animated character, yes, indeed.
Yes. So that was pretty much it for Cece and Chloe. And then here we are with Kourtney. Oh, no, hold up. Before we go to Kourtney, Kris Jenner had met with Brian Grazer to talk about doing a documentary about herself and to show a side of us that we haven't seen before. And who knows, maybe it's to talk about Robert Kardashian, you know, with Caitlyn Jenner.
She want to do an interview of her life. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was
an interview, but a video blog. She wants to blog or video about her life. Go ahead.
Yes. Video about her life and just talk about things from her perspective. I hope it's going to be very interesting.
When Kris went to this man, I got the impression that he was a flirt. I really did. And that's why she bought Corey. I think she bought Corey as a deterrent to this man because he just come off as a flirt just the way he was. Now, maybe he wasn't. But she went to him very seriously, like, I just want this business. Here is my man. She doesn't normally bring him with stuff like this. But here is my man. And
that's interesting.
And he was like, well, I won't, I could just tell he was very flirty. And she knew that about him in the past. And I think that she brought Corey as a deterrent. But that's what I got out of it. That's what I wanted to say. Go ahead, baby. And also, I think this is the episode where Kourtney said that she's having a baby shower.
Yes.
I mean, that they're having a reveal.
Yes.
And the mom said something sarcastic like a typical
Kourtney. Because Kourtney was telling her that she was going to be having a gender reveal party the day before. And her mom's like, you're telling me the day before the gender reveal? Right, because
I don't want you to have anything to do with it. We want to do this.
Yes.
Our way.
And I do find it interesting that Kris Jenner's trying to paint the narrative that Kourtney Kardashian didn't tell her about the baby or about her being pregnant. When Kourtney said that her family knew way ahead of time. She said
her mother knew before, and then she told her friends and then the rest of the family. But her mother had known before anybody.
And I just find that interesting. I mean, wow, she hid that for 5 months from her family. Well, from the public.
But let me say this. I want to go back to Kourtney a minute.
Okay.
One of the things that Kourtney said was their family have a tendency, you spoke on it, but I wanted to add something. Their family have a tendency to forgive men very easily. And what you mean is we like to, no matter how you feeling, what I got is the impression you could be bat crazy. Long as you put on your face, you act civilized, you sit at the table, you could be bat crazy, all outdoor, play the part, and our family will say we are a happy family. It doesn't matter, you just put on airs and let the men come and let them deal with their children, and we have a Hallmark Hall of Fame moment. And Kourtney, she lived it with Scott. So it's like she doesn't like it and she doesn't want to raise her daughter like that. And I get it. But that doesn't give you a right to go in your sister's life, even though your sister tell you could do it. He's not your man. You didn't sleep with him. He didn't do it to you. He did it to her. And she's the one that kept going back. So if you want to blame anybody, blame Chloe.
That is true.
You want to blame Tristan for everything, and God knows he was definitely a jackass. But he was a kid in my eyes. And he needed time to grow, and he needed time to season. And I'm going to say that, and say that, and say that. Because when she met him, he was a kid. That's my opinion. And you got to give these young men chance enough to grow up. Some of them don't grow up until they're in their 30s. Some 40s. God forbid 50s and 60s, they hopeless. but really in their 30s. You gotta give them a chance. Don't expect the man overall to be fully grown and is 25 years old. Don't. You're setting yourself up for a failure. Give them time to grow. That's all I'm saying. And maybe they are ready, because they are all different types of men. But I'm just saying, overall, be a little bit more forgiving, be a little bit more patient, and be a little bit more understanding. And in Chloe's case, he was a kid. They had a basketball deal. That's my opinion. But go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes, a few more things to cover before we finish up with the Kardashians. Speaking of Kourtney, since we were just talking about Kourtney, it actually was a planned showing of her being pregnant. They planned that out. That was cute to show Travis, I'm pregnant. Right. Now, what is very interesting is the fact that they named their child Rocky 13. And we learned that Rocky is the name of a member from a band named Suicidal Tendencies, and 13, he said, was just the best number of all time, which is a very unlucky number. So Kourtney, I don't know how you allowed your man to do this.
May I?
Yes.
My thing is, how could you take something so blessed and profane it? That's a name. A name have character. You named him Suicide. That's a character. Mm-hmm. You named him 13.
Yes.
They even skipped 13 on the elevator. You named your child the sign of the devil. Whether you believe it or not, mm-hmm. You took something that was holy and profaned it in my eyes. And if anybody doesn't see it, I don't know.
They don't follow numerology.
I don't understand. You get your tattoos, you wear Mary, Jesus, and all of that. But you name your baby Rocky from a suicide group. Name that when you yourself almost died in a plane crash. Mm-hmm. All the things that you've gone through, you will name your baby? What arrogance. What narcissism is that? Mm-hmm. Travis, you who had the death angel clinging to you.
For real?
You put it on your son? Travis, this don't have nothing to do with superstition.
No.
You name your baby what they ought to be in life.
Okay.
You name them. A name have character. And that's all I got to say about that. That is god-awful. That you named your child that holy thing.
Yes. Miracle baby.
A miracle baby. And you profaned it with a name. Shame on both of you.
Yes.
And I mean that. And I don't, and anybody know the 13, it ain't even about, but that's the number of Baphomet, the devil.
Yes.
The evil one.
Mm-hmm.
It is the scorpion sign. It is the snake.
Yep. And his son, both Travis and his son are Scorpios. So they both got that inner turmoil that they got to deal with.
But I won't be surprised. Why? Because I said that there was a baby born in your family. I thought it was the Kardashian.
Okay.
I saw that baby held up in that picture.
You did.
What is it? The Illuminati. Mm-hmm. And so you cursed the baby for that picture. Maybe you did your baby as a sacrifice. You make it make sense to me. Please. That sounds like a unholy sacrificial lamb.
Yes.
That's what it feels.
It would be sneakier than naming him Kardashian.
I think they would have been better off naming him Dash. They could have gave him the middle name as much as that name meant to Kourtney. But that's okay. Instead, you name her Rocky after suicide group. 13 after the devil. And on a Friday, and it's the number of bad luck.
Yes.
But I guess they say it's only if you believe it. It has nothing to do with it. And if you take it and you reduce it and you turn it into a 4, you made it where he'll always have struggled with his foundation. This is numerology. Look it up.
Yes.
Numerology 101. Shame, shame, shame. You do things. See, we do things because we think it's cute and we don't even know what we're doing but you got all these emblems and things on your head of Mary and all of that. So all of that you don't believe. So you pray, but you don't believe.
No.
So it's gothic and it's dark, but you don't believe.
Yeah.
Okay. I've said my piece. Baby Crone, you have anything to say to that?
No, I don't.
That's horrifying.
It is. It's all I got is shaking my head for that.
Shaking my head on that also, baby Crone. Something holy you made profound.
Yes.
I don't understand it.
Neither do I.
There would have been no way you would have named my baby after a suicide group or gave him the number 13. That's his middle name.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Yes. Lastly, they tried to make this so dramatic, but Kim Kardashian was a tad bit late to the Met Gala because her car overheated, and that's why her beads fell apart. And also, I do find that they conveniently tried to show us that North was chaperoned the entire time and not left out on the sidewalk alone.
But didn't they do that with Tristan?
Yes, they did.
When they
do that.
went to Italy and he was there, they show what they want you to see.
Yes,
the thing is, I thought it was boring because the whole Met Gala, it was like I was looking back at that horrid scene. It was like looking back at it, it was like, oh God. It was old. It was like old stuff mixed with new stuff. It was like they jumped back and forth to try to discombobulate you, but I ain't feeling it.
Yeah,
it was an okay episode. On a scale 1 to 10, honestly, I gave it a 4. What about you?
I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I give it a 4 because I really, really had to look at it 3 times because I kept falling. It was boring. There was scenes that was boring, and I didn't like, and I know they probably think it's cute because North, you're raising her to be this fashion guru, and she's going to say something about, that his suit looked like from a gas.
Oh, yes.
You said it.
That he's dressed like he's going to a gas station.
See what I'm saying? That's not speaking on your mind. You're teaching her to be rude. But where did she get it from? Exactly. Her mother. You do
Only
it.
one place.
This is where she's learning this. You just sat there out of your breath and said, oh, I didn't like Kendall's outfit. And then you tell Kendall, oh, I love it. You're a hypocrite. And that's what you want your baby girl to be.
Yes.
I hope she continues to fight for her own identity and that she continue to speak the truth. Either you'll like her for it or hate her for it, but at least you'll always know where she stands. And you don't have to worry about tempering her. Life will do that. She'll learn. When she grows up, she'll just know that. But you're trying to break her and you're trying to get her to lie. And she asked you that.
Yes, she did.
You want her to lie. You want her to take her truth and twist it to fit your comfortability.
Yes.
Not cool.
No, not at all.
I didn't like that. Okay, I've said what I had to say about that. So is there anything else?
Chloe was just was playing mommy while everybody else was at the Met Gala.
Okay. Chloe was home with her children.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She wasn't playing anything. She was being a mommy. She don't have to play at it, right? She is a mommy. And where does mommies be?
Home with their children.
If they have nothing else to be, home. Well, we know that North was with Kim. Well, where were the rest of 3 of her kids? Were they there? Well, anyway.
Yeah.
This was old and new, and the marsh squash all mixed together. I gave it a 4. Baby Crone gave it a 5. Come on, Kardashian. I think this was their last episode.
No, next week is the last episode.
Okay, well, next week is their last episode. I hope they bring it. I really do. Not
think they
all
will.
has been lost. Not all was lost. They had a couple of good episodes.
Yeah, no, but it's been a
Not
bumpy
that many,
season.
but it was very bumpy. I mean, so next week they probably bring it. And I think because Kourtney is not there and the 2 girls are not always there. And when you're just dealing with Khloe and Kim
and Kris.
Kris is, it's empty.
Yes.
It's empty.
They even tried to use Scott.
They try to use Scott. It's empty. It's not the same. It's not the same. And you all going to have to come to realize that. Kim can't pull this show off.
No,
she
can't. Cannot.
She can't.
No.
A, she doesn't have the time. And B, her lifestyle, to me, is boring.
Yes, it is.
Unless you're into fashion and you want to travel along and learn, it's good for that. But for me to sit down and look at a show, I don't want to be going to boring places. I want to see some excitement and things like that. But that's my opinion.
Yes.
What is yours, Baby Crone?
My opinion is it's not, you're missing the Kardashians. It just doesn't feel like a family union.
It doesn't feel it anymore.
I think that's what they lost.
They lost it. It doesn't. And because their way of life is way over me. I cannot identify.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can only dream. So with that being said, we hope you enjoyed our commentary over the Kardashians. We love talking about them, don't we?
Yes, that's one thing.
So I enjoyed saying how I felt. If I offended anyone about the things that I said, I truly apologize. But I have to be true to how I feel. What about you, Baby Crone?
Yeah, all we can, we was saying North needs to be honest, so all we could do is just speak our honest truth about how we feel.
Life will tame her. You know, her mother could say, oh, that hurts. You don't have to be so harsh. She could say things like that, but her mother goes on to try to change what she says. Not cool. No. And with that being said, we thank you for joining us. Sunflowers, please tell us what you think.
Yes.
Subscribe. Thumbs us up, please. And what else can we say? Oh, yes. And we're going to be doing a live. Baby Crone is going to give the date. I did set it. And we're going to be doing a live. And so we will hope that you call in and get readings for the new year, for your New Year resolution. I'm planning on doing it like maybe, did we agree?
After Christmas, before New Year's.
After Christmas and before New Year's. We'll have the date. So please look out for it. Thank you. Next week we'll be there. Hopefully, God's will. Have a wonderful, wonderful back to work Monday and have a great week. Peace. Sunflowers.